Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to today's Bitcoin update for Sunday 13th of March, and it's been a little bit of a crazy ride with Bitcoin right now. So what is the current status of Bitcoin? In my opinion, I think Bitcoin is turning bullish once again, and I'm getting a lot of signs from the charts right now that everything is okay, and probably the threat of dumping to the downside in that week that we see to the downside. Yeah, it's still possible. It's still possible to come down for the week, something down here and then move back up, but it's less likely now. It's less likely ever since yesterday's closing of the daily. I understood that this is looking to actually go to the upside, and I'm going to tell you the reason why it's going to go to the upside. Now, there's one thing that I want to talk about though. Even it was being shared with a Discord member here, is that we potentially made a something known as a diamond pattern. Okay, so this is something that I noticed even yesterday on Gala as well. So the diamond shaped bottom is like this, and these are reversal bottoms, by the way. Okay, so it could be extended now, something like that right here, and from here, guys, you're looking to actually pop to the upside. So if you do go to 39,500 or 39, basically the main target of this place is to where you actually formed it, somewhere up here. Okay, near the $40,000 region. Now today is a day that I want to see one price action on the daily time frame, and we desperately need Bitcoin to really go to this price level. So what is that price level? That's gonna be 39,000, and I think it's gonna do that. I think today Bitcoin is gonna do that. So what you want to see in the next 16 hours, okay, in the next 16 hours and 56 minutes, is you see you want to close near this level 39,500 or 39,470. Okay, if you start to close there, you put in a morning star right here, you put in a morning star. So when you put a morning star, that's a bullish pattern. You're also equally putting an inverted hammer on the daily. So yesterday I saw the closing on Bitcoin, and this told me that everything is okay to invest. We're not about to lose anything. It is okay, totally perfect right now, and there is no bearish patterns. Honestly, there's no bearish patterns. I know the market is uncertain. Anything can happen. You can still break this bullish pattern, break the resistance, and go down. But when you do that, you do that. We're gonna say that okay, you broke it, it went down. But right now, you're not breaking it. You're not doing anything. It's not doing anything stupid normally as it does. It's not doing anything. It's actually cooling its nerve, in my opinion, and it's relaxing right now at the moment. So when you do that, you go to 39,500. One more thing is that I want to go into the weekly, and on the weekly we have an inverted hammer, another inverted hammer right here, which is bullish sign, and you have this inverted hammer. It was never invalidated. We never really invalidated that bullish hammer. Until now, you're making another inverted hammer right there, and probably next week, boom, the chance of going up is nearly 90% actually to go up. If you do close once again around 39,500, the closing of today is really important. But there's one thing though that I want to read for you, and I want to zoom out of Bitcoin. Let me open up a different exchange here on Phoenix, and let's talk about Bitcoin. And I want to talk about the market phase. Okay, the market phase is really important to talk about. So this simple market phase that I want to open up, and let's go to Google here, and let's do the market phases right there. And this is a cycle that repeats in any market out there. It can be forex, it can be anything, absolutely anything. So to me, the image that I want to look at is this one. Okay, so what we see here is the four market phases every trader must know. And what you see, the first purple color that you see is accumulation. What I'm going to do is open up auto draw for me to explain this to you. So I'm going to take the first color. Now I'm going to use the blue one, and you can see, first of all, you make accumulation. The second phase that you're going to see is this green phase, which is going to be advancing, but they didn't explain it to everything. I think it's more than four. So what you're going to see here is a push to the upside, that's advancing, and then you're going to have reaccumulation. This is going to be accumulation phase right here. This is going to be reaccumulation phase right there, okay, and then you still continue to the upside with advancing. Okay, so all of this area that you see, this one, this green area that you see, is all advancing to the upside. But when you start from here with the blue, it's advancing and sorry, accumulation and a reaccumulation. Okay, the next one is distribution, where people start to sell out, and that's going to be a little bit dark right here. So let's do the dark part of it. So this is distribution. Okay, that's the D right there. Normally in the distribution, you're going to see a double top, a rising wedge, a triple top, a head and shoulder, and then from here, you start to come down from distribution. And I'm going to show you this one. Let's take the purple color right now. So when you come down like this, you're going to have another redistribution phase. Just like you had accumulation, reaccumulation, you have distribution, redistribution once again. And then from there you continue to decline, and all of this is known as a declining phase of it. Okay, right, so that's declining. And then from here, once again, what happens again? You go for the accumulation. Okay, and then the green one starts, which is going to be the advancing pattern, and this cycle keeps repeating every single time in crypto. From here you start to go back again. So right now, judging this one, on applying all this concept on Bitcoin right now, what do you see? Logically speaking, if I do go into the daily, Bitcoin is in accumulation phase. Bitcoin is being accumulated, and this is the number one thing I want to point out. Okay, so what you did is you advanced to the upside, you made a reaccumulation, you went up, you made distribution, you came down, made a redistribution here, came down, accumulation. Okay, when you did that, okay, you went for the declining, you did accumulation there, and then you went up. Look at this, reaccumulation, went up, distribution, came down, redistribution, came down, is in this accumulation. Because one more thing is, there's something known as a bullish breakout as well. So if you do look at Bitcoin in that case, in that sense, all you do is you broke out of this place. Look at this, you're doing everything. Okay, you went down like this, down, you broke out, you came back for the retest, and now you're moving sideways. Now normally, I told you, in the distribution phase, you're going to find a double top, you're going to find a triple top. Look at this, you find a head and shoulder here. Okay, you made a head and shoulder, broke the neckline. Equally, you also made a rising wedges right there. Okay, you also made that fall. And then from here, guys, what did you do? You made falling wedges. Okay, you made falling wedges. Right now, what are you doing? You're making some sort of an ascending triangle, and that's exactly what you want to see in accumulation. So you're really, really respecting to the market structure. Now that's the bullish part of it. And one more thing I want to talk about also is on the weekly. As I said before, Bitcoin never lost its bullish structure. It's always bullish until now. Yes, the reason why it's bullish is because you still have high and a higher high, low and a higher low. Do you understand that? It's an uptrend. Nonetheless, this is still an uptrend. You're not creating a lower low. Actually, you're not closing below this level, you're not closing below that level to go for the bears. To me, that would be the bears, because let's drop in another support level and count the wicks. Okay, so here's the wicks, and I've already counted the wick. That's why I'm saying this. If you do come down to 35,000, that's totally perfect, because all you're doing is you could make a wick and then you continue to the upside, because we still have one touch here, one touch here, one touch here, one touch there. So you do have room for 35k or 36k. Even if it was to happen, it's nothing to be scared of, in my opinion. So if it does come down here, I think that's another investing opportunity and a very good discounted buying area. But what you want to see, for us to say that we're going to go to the 20k, because this is just speculation. If people say 20,000 is going to come in or 19,000 is going to come in, it's still speculation. But I always go with logic. Now, the reason why I still believe that there is a threat to go down to 17,000 is because of one reason only. Okay, and I showed you that reason, and that reason to me was on Binance chart basically, and that was this left shoulder, the head here, and the right shoulder. But there's one thing I noticed. There is a problem with this right shoulder. There's a little bit of a problem. There's a little bit of a shadiness going on with the right shoulder right there. this might not be a perfect head and shoulder in my opinion, because you need a lot of, I mean, this is like a perfect left shoulder, but the right shoulder is kind of shady, and this might not be really a right shoulder, even though it looks like a head and shoulder. But I could still be wrong, maybe it is a right shoulder. But the thing is that this was your neckline right there. This was your neckline, just like this one. And from that neckline, guys, you take the top to the bottom, and we never actually met the technical target, and that was breaking out of here, and this was taking you down to the 27,308. But the Binance chart was saying that it's gonna go to $17,000. So there is shadiness within the bullish structure, but to me, if we actually look to the market phase, this is bullish. This is absolutely bullish, and this is where you must invest. But if you look at the chart pattern reading, if this is really a right shoulder as well, then it's on a technical journey to actually go to 27K and 17K based on Binance charts, and you might even see that as well. So what is it gonna be? We're gonna talk about it now. In my opinion, I'm not trying to look way far down here. I'm just gonna update you if we're gonna go down there, if we're gonna lose some level of support. Saying that we're gonna go down there without any solid reason is just not good enough. So we're gonna need some solid reason, and from there we're gonna decide if we're gonna be dumping. For that one, we have to lose this trend line completely. Okay, completely lose that trend line, because you've never lost it. It's a rising trend line right there. So if you ever go down to 30K, which I don't think now you're gonna do, then in my opinion, this dump to the downside means that this head and shoulder won. All right, let's do a little bit of another analysis. Now, since I said that this structure is bullish to go to the upside based on the market phase, logically speaking, then let's say that I'm supporting the bulls at the moment. Let's pick a side, okay? At least logically, I'm gonna support this market phase thing that I just showed you, and I think we're in accumulation that is gonna last until May. For me to say that head and shoulder is gonna win, let's say head and shoulder is gonna win, let's lose this trend line completely. When you lose that one, we don't have any other support below it. Then that means the only other support you could have is maybe a double bottom right here, somewhere here in the 29,000. You lose this one, we find this, and you lose this, then I'm gonna say that now it's actually possible that this head and shoulder is gonna play out. Right, so that's it for today's update. And if you guys want to learn all of this, this is in my course, by the way, and guys, give it a try. Okay, it's 15-16 plus hours of contents, and you have all the things you really need to understand to learn. Just go and watch the money management part of it, the 39 different topics that I'm going to teach you, and trading psychology as well, the market psychology. This is the video. Just click this video, play it, and at least look how many things you're about to learn from the course. And that's it for the update. I'm going to see you with the next one. Allah Hafiz.